I gave up trying to make a living as a musician because I thought I needed to have a regular job
And be
to be a
to
father.
have safety and
Yeah.
how long ago was that you went another way away from music?
Um, well, my son's 31, so it was about that many years. Yeah.
Okay, wow. Have you dabbled back?
I mean, it's always been a hobby.
It's always there.
Sure.
But
Sure.
the full on road you took away from that about 30 plus years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think do you have is there fire underneath you regarding that to once you root down to jump in a band and whatever, see what happens, or I don't know, kind of music?
Yeah. A band or something is still pretty casual, still pretty easygoing.
I see.
Uh,
So you really felt
But I
there was
wanted
enough depth to crush it like properly years ago.
Yeah, and what's amazing to me was how kind of automatic that decision was. Like, there wasn't a lot of critical thinking that went with that, or guidance from a spiritually centered place, or even some role model. I didn't have anything like that to maybe change the direction that I would have went. Yeah.
The societal kind of framework was sort of the easy thing to step into.
It just seemed necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm so happy for you that you are like realizing that. Like,
Oh, sure.
you know what I mean? Like, and I think there's a lot of like people of all ages these days, older and younger than us, and that are realizing that to kind of follow their heart in different instances and not fall into the pressure of having a house on a block.
I'm very grateful for my son. He's a fantastic example of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine he had a lot to do with that.
Well, I had some to do with it.
Yeah.
We did
It's beautiful.
we enrolled him in the Waldorf school, and I think that had a lot to do with his grounding and his sense of freedom. Also,
Openness to life.
yeah, relationship is really difficult. Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah. When I left my hometown of Olympia, I had the chance to retire and take an early retirement, which would mean that I would need to give up my expensive mortgage and my health insurance, but it would be enough for me to go travel and have other experiences. And yes, I was down for that. And then plus I'd been divorced about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years at that point, and had a couple of long-term relationships that were just kind of hitting dead ends because I wasn't really ready to commit to something like that again. And so I needed a few years of kind of traveling without dating, which was new for me, like not having a partner of some sort. So I got through about 3 years of that, and then I had an epiphany about my previous relationships that showed me that I'd never really been fully committed, fully in. Like I was always just sort of, along with the flow, and
But not 100% in.
not like a driving factor to try and to direct the relationship to grow. Really. Yeah. There was just a societal norm that we were trying to fit. This is what you do. You get married, you decide to have a kid, you have a career,
Right.
you have a mortgage, you keep your yard a certain way, all of that.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think my first partner, my wife, was necessarily trying to advance that. And it was a little bit later on that I started becoming at least superficially conscious of consciousness and trying to expand that and starting to bring up a spiritual side. And so now I at least have the tools to recognize some potential there.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much
Okay.
for chatting.
Yeah. My pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Okay. All right.